6 o'clock, more or less, I think. I've received a call because one of my job places was a fire.
Oh wow.
And it was not. Uh, it wasn't a very big fire, but it affected a lot of wired communications and computers and music system and a lot of things that I need to fix.
Wow.
And I spent almost all the day trying to fix all of this.
That does not sound like very much fun. Do you know how the
No,
fire started?
I think it could be in an emergency light. That kind of lights has a battery attached to it to them to switch it on automatically when you switch off the lights of the place. And I think the battery didn't work correctly and caused the fire.
Wow. That sounds like a really terrible day. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better tomorrow even. Everybody,
I think so.
yeah. Everybody else, welcome back to class. I think you guys were all in my last class. It's nice to see everybody again. Um, yeah, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the left. Lela, how's it going?
Fine, thanks.
Nice. And what about um, Didio? How about you?
Pretty well, Joshua. Thanks.
Perfect. Nice. David, how about you?
I'm doing well, Joshua. Thanks for
Awesome.
asking.
Cool. And we've also got Jose. Jose, how's it going?
Fine, teacher.
Hi, how's it
I
going?
am I am fine. I am from Spain.
Okay. I think I've had you in class once
Yes,
or twice before. Yeah.
yes. Yesterday.
Yeah. And so again, it's nice to see you.
Nice
And
to see you.
LinkedIn, welcome back. LinkedIn, how's it going?
I'm fine. I keep fine.
Uh, nice. Savio, welcome to class. Savio, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. Wonderful. It's better now talking to you.
Yeah. Savio, I don't remember your picture. Where are you from, Savio?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay. Okay. Nice. And yeah, it's good to see you again or meet you. Um, Tiago, welcome to class. Tiago, how's it going?
I am fine.
Nice. Okay. Good to hear. And also we have Lucas. Lucas, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So it looks like we got a full class. So let's get started on today's lesson. So we're going to be talking about job interviews. And let's start with Lucas. Lucas, can you read the title and the next few lines?
Yeah, job interviews. In today's class, we will practice job interviews, learn job interview vocabulary, and talk about pet peeves.
Yeah. Talk about pet peeves. Can you
Okay.
repeat pet peeves? Sorry, Lucas, I wasn't quite able to hear that. Can you repeat pet peeves?
Yeah, pet peeves, but I don't know what it is. Okay.
Okay. Things that annoy you are pet peeves. And I guess it might even be things that other people do that annoy you. But good. All right. And let's go on to the next page. And Lucas, can you ask Thiago the first question?
Yeah, Tiago, when was the last time you went in for a job interview?
I think It was 1 month, sorry, 2 months ago.
Okay, how did it go?
I was interviewed for a job at Canada.
In Canada.
In Canada, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Okay. And how did the interview go?
It was great. I am system analyst, and probably I will work and live there.
I heard it was great. I'm a system analyst.
Yes, and
Okay.
probably yes.
And probably what?
Probably I will work there.
Okay. And I will probably.
I will probably work there.
Nice. Cool. Congratulations. That'd be very exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Where in Canada is it, Tiago? Where in Canada?
At Montreal.
Okay. We wouldn't say at Montreal. What preposition would we use?
In Montreal.
In Montreal. Exactly. Good. All right. And Tiago, can you ask Savio the next question?
Savio, how many times have you interviewed for a position?
Okay, I mean, I don't remember the exact of number that I was interviewed, but I think maybe 3 times.
Okay. So maybe about 3 times. Good. But you don't remember the exact number. And yeah, that works really well. All right. And let's have, sorry, LinkedIn. What do you think he's asking her? What do you think he's asking her?
He is asking her about his experience, work experience.
Okay. Nice. He's asking her about her work experience. Jose, what do you think she's going to say? How's she going to answer?
She would answer that she already worked in other place, the same position, is up to work in this company.
She is up to working. Maybe she's up to working for.
She's able by this company. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's able to work. Good. I think that's great. Really good answer. All right. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here? All right. And let's have David. Can you read the title, the directions, and the words?
Okay. Vocabulary. Use these words in a sentence or define them. Analyze it, attain it, carried out, collaborated, engineered, facilitated, overcame, rectified. Hello?
Shoot, sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, that was good. David Fernandez, I'll probably be calling you David Fernandez from now on too. But can you repeat analyzed?
Analyzed,
Good. And attained.
attained,
Good. And then the only other thing I saw was engineered.
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 Good. And again, really good job correcting rectified. That sounded really good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here?
Yes, Joshua, could you refresh me what does attained mean?
Okay.
The,
Who
the
can
second one?
explain? Huh?
The second one, attained.
Yeah. Who can explain what attained means? Does anybody have any ideas?
I think it's when you achieve something.
Yeah. I think it's when you achieve something. Definitely. So the man in the picture attained the peak of the the peak of the mountain. So he got to the top. So he arrived there. You attain something. It's you get something or you achieve something. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, David?
Yes, sure, Joshua. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions here?
Yes, it's out. What this means? What stand
Carried out?
carried out?
Okay. Who can explain what carried out means? Does anybody know?
Carry out means execute.
Executed?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you explain that a little bit more? You're definitely correct. But can you explain a little bit more?
Yes. For example, if you can carry out your work.
Yeah. So if you carry out your work, it means you do your work.
Yes.
So if you have a plan, you can either carry out your plan or you can not carry out your plan. So one option is to do the plan, to carry it out, and the other option is to not do the plan. That would be not carrying it out. Okay, good. Any other questions about any of these words? Okay. And let's have David Rodriguez. Can you make a sentence using engineered? Can you make a sentence using engineered right now? Just say one.
Okay, Joshua, I will try. Well, I think the company is trying to incorporate a new product line, so they have to engineer his machinery and their process, their production process.
Nice. Really good sentence. The company is trying to incorporate a new product line. They have to engineer its machinery and the production process. Remember, we would not use his. His is a pronoun that's only for people
Yeah.
or animals, I guess. So like a dog could be a he. But its is like machines, any objects are its. But other than that, that was a really great sentence. Let's
Okay.
have one more sentence. Atirio, can you make a sentence using rectified?
Rectified. Um, the new manager got to rectify the product development flow.
Has to rectify the product's what?
The product's development flow. or steps?
I'm not exactly sure. The new manager has to rectify the product's development. I think that could work. Maybe just say, right now, the development of the project is in ruins. Man is in ruins. So saying he has to fix it, he has to make it right. I think that would be good. Okay, good. Can you read that one more time, Atirio? Can you read that whole sentence one more time?
The new manager has to rectify the product's development. Right now, the product development is in runs.
Yeah, and can you repeat ruins? Ruins?
Ruins.
Good. Ruins.
Ruins.
And let's do one more. Adela, can you make a sentence with collaborated?
With collaborated. I have a project I had a project to finish, and I had a very short deadline. I needed to my coworkers collaborated with me.
Okay.
No. Yes, but is the verb is for use the participle. Okay.
My coworkers collaborated with me to
finish it.
Nice, good. Can you read that whole thing one more time?
I try, but it's very it's not big. The letter I don't see. I try. I had a project to finish. Okay. And I had a very short deadline. My co-workers collaborated with me to help me finish it.
Good. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Yes, I have one.
Okay.
When you was talking about the pronouns of people or things, and in the phrase they have to engineer its machinery, I think that the machines belong to they, and in this case we have to use the pronouns their. They have to engineer their no?
Okay. The company's trying to incorporate a new product line. So they have to engineer its machinery and production process. Its would replace product line, which would be singular. I believe.
Okay.
If you said is trying to incorporate new products, but it is a new product line. So if you said removed a, and you just said new products, they have to engineer their machinery and the production process. That would work. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions here? Okay. Let's go on to the next page and let's read this. I think we're back to Lucas. Lucas, can you play the boss? So this fellow right here. And let's have Thiago, can you play the other man?
Okay. Well, you have 3 master's degrees and a PhD.
Yes, it's all very impressive, very interestingly. I have no common sense whatsoever.
That's not the sort of thing you should say during a job interview.
I don't see why not.
Nice. Really good pronunciation from both of you guys. That was awesome pronunciation of interestingly, Tiago. That's a tough word to pronounce.
Thank you.
Okay. And Tiago, can you ask Savio the first question right here?
Yes, Savio, what do you think about this comic? What is common sense?
I don't know the answer exactly because I'm not understand the word whatsoever.
Okay. So whatsoever is like saying
Whatsoever.
at all.
Ah,
I don't have any common sense at all. Does that help?
okay. Yes. So, it's I think the common sense it's it's about the master degrees, and because the man has a lot studied, so the interviewer is not interested with it.
I think it's slightly different. Let's talk about common sense. Who can explain what common sense is? Does anybody know?
The capacity to work in a team.
Not quite.
It's a logical thinking, Joshua. It's like thinking, but with logical. You put logical in what you are thinking for making better decision or for solve some problems. Uh, yeah,
Yeah. So, common sense is logical thinking about very simple thought processes, simple problems, simple decisions. Um,
right.
so it's just like logic that should be common to everybody. So, logic that should be common to everyone. So, if you slam your finger in the door, it's common sense to open the door and not keep your finger slammed in, or not just try to pull your finger out. So common sense is just really, it's like basic kind of thought. And so, LinkedIn, what's happening here in the comic? Can you try to explain it a little bit?
Explain the whole comic.
Yeah, so what's happening? What's happening?
It's a job interview, and the employer was surprised with the le level of the candidate, but the candidate is not a common person. And the third box explain why he is not a common person. She's very smart, but she's not a people person, I think. I don't know.
Okay, I think you're really close. So I think the second screen, or the second square, explains that he has no common sense. So he's telling the person who's potentially going to be his boss that he has no common sense. And so this final thing, so one, wow, you're really smart. It's like, yes, I'm really smart, but I don't have any common sense. So I don't have logic that should be for everybody. David, can you explain what's happening in the third square? David Rodriguez.
Okay, Joshua, sure. Well, in the third square, well, the interviewer, that the guy is asking, well, he's wondering, really, he's wondering why the candidate is saying that silly things, and he's wondering why the candidate doesn't have any common sense. But anyway, the candidate is like doesn't figure out what is he saying, and he's saying worse things
Yeah.
than before. He seems like he doesn't understand that his answers are not appropriate for a job interview, and he's looking like a goofy person. Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So his answer is really bad. So he should never have said, "I have no common sense." That's something that's really bad to say in a job interview. Most people should know. Most people should know not to say this. So most people know they shouldn't say that. And the boss tells him, says, don't say that in job interviews. And he's so completely lacking in common sense that he still doesn't quite understand why he shouldn't say that. So that's what's happening in this comic. And so let's have Jose. Jose, do you know anybody who maybe is lacking in common sense? So do you know anybody who's really smart who might be lacking in common sense?
Okay.
So even in like a TV show or in real life, so just somebody who's really smart who's lacking common sense. It's a pretty common trope. Jose, can you hear me?
Yes, I can help you.
Okay.
I don't know anyone who is lucky in common sense.
Okay, that's a good answer too. Okay, and I guess that's great. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
I think the main important here, Joshua, is about you shouldn't to say your weakness if you don't ask to if you don't ask it for this.
Yeah, if you aren't asked about it. So,
About it,
you
right?
should say your weakness if you aren't asked about it. That too, for sure. That's a really good point. Does anybody else have any other questions or comments? Okay, good. Let's go on to the next.
In Spain, people say, sorry, in Spain, people say common sense is the less common of the sense.
Is the least.
A joke, yes.
Senses. I like that. That's a really good joke. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I don't think we have anything like that in English, or at least nothing that I've heard. But I think that's something that I'm going to bring into the language. It's good, Adela. All right, and so let's go on to this page. Jose, can you read the title? And then can you ask David Fernandez the first question?
Common question for a job interview. What are your strengths?
I always prefer to speak about my weakness, but I have to to speak about my strengths. I think I am a goal-oriented person, and I usually finish all the tasks I start, and I think I am good in teamwork, and I think I am always willing to learn new things.
Nice. Very, very well done. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. One small thing, Jose, can you repeat job? Job.
Job. Job.
Good.
Job.
Perfect. And so let's have David Fernandez. Can you ask Atirio the next question?
Sure. Atirio, what are your weaknesses?
Good.
I believe my weakness. Sometimes I need time to think over an idea. I have some difficulty to make an important decision quickly, without time to consider the options. I've learned to keep with me actualized information to support my best decision in the correct time.
Okay. Nice. That's really good. That's a good weakness for sure. So it means you're pensive. Really good answer. Good grammar as well. Atirio, can you ask Adela the next question? And make up a company name.
Okay. Adela, why are you interested in working for a company?
Oh, come on. Be more creative than that.
Working for a food company.
Okay.
I like food company. I see the information about the web, and I think it's a very interesting company with a projection on the future. I think my career, my degree, my skills are good to have a position in this company. I think it's good for me for a lot of things, but it's very long. It's good. That is all.
Right. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Really good. Very nicely done, guys. Okay, and yeah, good to have. Maybe I think my career and degree and skills would make me a good candidate to have. So make me a good candidate
To
to have a
work in a
position.
company.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's good though. Really nicely done. Good answer. Very small grammar problems, but really good answer, Adela. Adela, can you ask Lucas the next question?
Why do you want to leave your current company?
Well, I'd like to answer your question, but currently I'm not in a company because I'm just student. So I don't know. I never worked for the moment, so I'm too young or something.
Okay. So why did you decide to, or are you deciding to leave academia? Why are you deciding to stop being a student?
Oh, maybe because there is too work and I like to party more or something. But I don't want to quit for, but
Okay. Okay. All right. So, if you were leaving a company, how would you imagine you would answer? So, hypothetically.
in this case, I think I like to leave my current company because of conditions. Maybe I'm not interested anymore, or I have a new offer, or something like that, and that way I went to move to do another thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I'd leave my current company because of a variety of conditions. I was not interested in the work, and I received a new offer. All right, Lucas. Good. And Lucas, can you ask Thiago the next question?
Yeah, Thiago, tell me about a time you dealt with a crisis.
Okay. My boss asked me to ask me a job which had no spare experience. I had to learn it very quickly to complete the project in time.
Nice. To complete the project in time. Okay. And so, do you think if your boss asked you to do a project again without any experience in it, would you be pleased or displeased? Do you think the experience was a good experience, or do you think it was a bad experience?
It was a good experience. I think it's very good to you to learn new things. I have no
Okay,
problem with it.
good. That's a good answer, for sure. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here? Okay. And does anybody have any suggestions for their other students? Any suggestions or comments about these answers? Okay. If not, let's go to the next thing. And let's go here. And so let's have Tiago. Can you read the title and the next line?
Okay. Idioms, pet peeves, things that irritate you.
Yeah, pet peeves. Can you repeat peeves?
Pet peeves.
Good. And things that irritate you. Good. And let's have Savio. Can you read the example?
Yes. Example. I hate when my coworkers try to look at my computer monitor when I am working. I have to try an example, teacher.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Savio. What about you? So what are some things that your coworkers do that irritate you when you're working? Can you give an example?
Uh, yes, I have a lot of example. However, I will I will say a one that is that is let me think. That is to um, to conf to check my time when I have arrived in the job.
Okay, so when your coworkers check the time that you arrive to work?
Yes, in the minutes.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of frustrating and annoying, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. And Jose, what about you? Do you have any coworker pet peeves?
I hate when I am doing a task and my boss interrupt me to for that doing other task
Okay, to do
to
another
do
task.
another task.
All right, that's a good one. I'm not sure if it would be the best one. So if somebody asked you in a job interview, what are some of your coworker pet peeves? That might not be the best answer, but I think it's a really good answer, and it's still really nice, and it's grammatically correct. So
Okay.
good. And David Rodriguez, what about you?
Okay, Joshua. Well, I used to work in a company, and so every day the workers have to prepare the coffee in the coffee shop, in the coffee machine. So when was my turn, I prepared the coffee, but some days my co-workers doesn't prepare the coffee, and I hate it because actually were their their responsibility. So I feel frustrated.
Okay, I didn't quite hear. So the coworkers had to prepare, or the workers had to prepare the coffee. When it was my turn, I prepared the coffee. But some days, can you repeat from there? But some
Oh,
days?
okay, but some days the other coworkers doesn't prepare the coffee, and that annoyed me because it was their responsibility, and I feel like like annoyed, like
Yeah.
upset. Sorry, I like upset.
Yeah, so having to take on responsibilities that are not yours, that's definitely a good coworker pet peeve. Okay, good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have David Rodriguez. Can you ask David Fernandez the first question?
Yes. Tell me about the time you made a mistake.
Okay, I think and I can tell you about uh, every day on my life because I think that we make mistakes every day, and I think the most important thing when you make a mistake is to recognize that you have done it and try to fix the problem and try to don't make the same mistake the next time.
Good. Okay. So try to fix the problem and try not to make the mistake again.
Okay, yes.
Make the same mistake again. Not to make the same mistake. That's a really good answer. Very well done. I like the point of we make mistakes every day of our life. That was good.
Yes.
And David, can you ask Dirio the next question?
Yes. Atirio, what is your dream job?
My dream job, when I wake up every day with pleasure to start work. When I have and I have a team to support and help me to complete the tasks and the activities. And when I have time to spend with my family and enjoy the life.
All right, nice. So I think that's good. I think that's good. That would be a really nice job. Maybe being a little bit more specific with like the
Yeah.
job details. So especially if you want a job pretty badly, you can kind of, I don't know, change details or like make sure you say if you want upward mobility, a job that has a lot of upward mobility that lets me take responsibility, things like that. But I think this is good. So being happy with your job is important. All right.
Okay.
Tyrio, can you ask Adela the next question?
I'm sorry for him. For who?
Adela.
Adela. Adela, please describe yourself.
I think I'm a hard worker. I'm friendly with the coworkers, but sometimes I'm a little bossy. Overall, when you need, we need to finish a project, they are a deadline, and I start to I'm nervous, no, for this situation. Maybe I am a little bossy. It's a weakness, no, in this case.
Nice. Really good. Yeah, I think maybe it could be a strength for sure too. Yeah, very well done. Good description. Adela, can you ask Lucas the next question?
Hey, Lucas, tell me how you handle a difficult situation.
I coach a difficult situation and I answer, or yeah.
Yeah, how did you handle a difficult situation, Lucas?
Okay. So a few weeks ago, I was working on a project with some friends, but my friend was doing bad, what I can say. I mean, it was completely wrong. But you know, it was hard to say, hey dude, you're doing badly. I mean, it's not really good to do. So finally, discuss with the other guy, and we try to say to the other guy he was doing something stupid, and finally with kind of diplomacy, you can say, finally we arrived to something good, so it was okay. But
Okay, we finally arrived at a solution, maybe?
yeah, kind of.
Okay. And stupidly might not be the best job interview vocabulary, maybe just poorly, or he wasn't doing things well, that he was doing things badly.
Yeah.
I think that's good. It depends, obviously, on the person who's interviewing you. So you have to get a feel for how they are, if they're really informal or formal. But yeah, stupidly would be very informal language. But good.
Okay.
And so let's go to the next one. Can you ask Thiago the next question, Lucas?
Yes. Diego, what is your biggest failure?
Fortunately, I had never a big failure. Sometimes I forget to send an email or something similar, but nothing serious.
Okay. Email or something, but
Similar.
nothing ever serious. That sounded good. Really nicely done. And Tiago. So Tiago, pretend you're the interviewer. And Savio, can you ask Savio this next question? And so Savio, think of a question to ask Tiago.
I have to
You have to
to ask
answer.
it? Okay. Um, in case of admission, when can I start to work in this company?
Okay. And I start.
When, yes, can I start to work in this company?
Okay, good. And maybe let's have Jose. Can you think of any other questions that you might ask?
Okay. Do you ask a question? Vale, okay. What are your principal skills or abilities? What are your principal skills or abilities?
I think something is wrong with the connection.
Okay. The teacher has left the chat.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Savio too.
That's weird.
He's
Okay.
back.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, guys. Not quite sure. Okay, yeah. And so Jose, what other questions would you ask at the end of the interview?
Okay. What are your abilities?
Okay. And so
Or
pretend that
your skills?
which is still good. I think you're asking the person. So pretend I'm giving you an interview, Jose, and you're being interviewed. So you're looking for a position. I would
Okay.
ask you, so what
Okay.
questions do you have for me? What do you
Okay.
want to know about the job?
Vale. What are my job in no? What are my job in this company?
Okay, what would be my job in this company?
Okay. What? Okay.
Okay. And so can you repeat that sentence one more time?
What will be my job in this company?
Yeah. Okay. I guess that would work. And it sounds like David, you might have some feedback a little bit, but that was good. All right, and let's have one more. David Rodriguez, can you answer? What question would you have? What question would you ask?
A question, Joshua?
Yeah. What
Okay.
question would you ask the interviewer?
Okay, well, for example, could be uh, putting him in a difficult situation. Well, for example, could be if the company asks you to travel abroad
Ah,
and leave your family, what would you do in this kind of situation?
that's a good question too. That's a good question for the interviewer to ask the interviewee. What about the other way around? So pretend you just came in to a job interview and I asked you, all of these other questions. So I asked you all these questions here.
Okay.
And then I finally asked you, all right, David, well, we're just about the end. Do you have any questions for me? What would you say?
Yes. For example, I could say, well, I like the interview. I think this company is a good opportunity for me also, and I would like to ask you if I have opportunities to get a job here.
Nice. To get a job here. Perfect. I think that's a good answer. Okay, very nicely done. All right, and let's go to one last question. And let's have David Fernandez. Can you ask Atirio this last question?
Okay. Atirio, if Donald Trump offered you $1 million to invest in your best entrepreneurial idea, what would you do?
If Donald Trump offered me $1 million to invest in my best entrepreneurial idea, what do you do? Accept. I accepted the $1 million.
So you would accept or you wouldn't?
Accepted.
Okay. So, but what would you do? What would you do with $1 million?
Maybe I will try to open my own company and my own company. And I will develop products to building construction.
Okay, building, construction, products. Okay, good. Nice. And so, really good. Unfortunately, we're just about out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up class? Okay. So, if there are no other questions, you guys did a really good job today. Really nice talking with everybody. Nice meeting some of you guys, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.
Thank you, Joshua.
Thanks, Joshua.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.